What's up, everybody? Coach Miller coming at you from the garage and the floor today. In today's workout, we're not even going to have to get off the floor. You know what that means. We're going to be doing some push-ups. Before we get there, I want to do some shoulder warm-up exercises. And for these shoulder warm-ups, you have to go to your pantry, get out a couple cans. These are 15-ounce cans of very young, small, sweet peas. Probably not going to eat them, but I'm going to use them to work out. Here's what we're going to do first. We're going to go to a tall kneeling position. So on your mat, if you need one, maybe on a couch cushion, we're going to start with just some arm circles, okay? Small to big. And I want you to do these for 15 seconds, okay? Small to big arm circles, all right? You can even go small again and then go big again. But set a clock, 15 seconds of weighted arm circles, okay? The next thing I want you to do is a protraction and retraction of the shoulder blades. So what that means is, and I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this a little bit better, we're going to put our arms out in front of us and we're going to push our shoulder blades forward, okay? So think about reaching those cans forward a couple inches. What's happening is protraction of your shoulder blades. What I'm going to do next is squeeze them together, okay? This is retraction of your shoulder blades. The shoulder blades have a lot of different directions they can move, and that's one of the reasons that the arm is such a mobile joint. We can move it in a bunch of different directions, and we have the shoulder blades to thank for that because they are the anchor that allows the arms to move in a stable position. So we need to be able to make sure the shoulder blades get moving. A lot of times when people get older, their shoulder blade reduces movement significantly, and they can't do things like reach overhead, reach behind them, because the shoulder blade gets stuck. This type of exercise helps to keep that shoulder blade loose. So make sure we can move it forward, move it backward, okay? The final thing we're going to do is some archer movements. So if you think about shooting a bow and arrow, an archer would grab an arrow from his quiver and then put it in his bow and shoot it. We're obviously not going to do that, but we can do the same type of movement. We're going to reach back overhead while the other one goes under and switch. So we've got 15 seconds of circles, 15 seconds of protraction, retraction, and then 15 seconds of this archer movement here, okay? I think it's safe to say you can run through this 2 or 3 times and have pretty warmed up shoulders, okay? Now, today we're going to start something new. Every now and then I'm going to issue a balance challenge. And here's today's balance challenge. Let me get this mat out of the way. Not easy. We're going to be from a crawling posture. We talked about this last week when we did the rollover push-up workout. But you're going to set up in a quadruped position. And we're trying to hold the quadruped position with the down leg. And we're going to take our arm and leg and hold them up in the air. And we're looking for a 10-second hold on bouncing. You don't want to lift them up real high. Right, just lift them up a little bit, come back down to quadruped, and lift them up again. You might find one side is much easier than the other. Like for instance, my other side was much easier than this one. Okay? Give that a shot. It might be hard at first, but then you'll pick it up after a couple rounds. So maybe try that for 3 seconds of 10-second holds on each side. Okay? Once you've done those first 2 things, it's time for the workout, all right? This one's going to be all push-ups, and we're going to do a push-up drop set. Drop sets are something that come from the bodybuilding world. You'll see guys doing these a lot with curls. You see guys do these a lot with bench presses, where they start with a bunch of weight, or they start at the heaviest dumbbell or one of the heavier dumbbells in the dumbbell rack, and they'll knock out reps until they can't do anymore. Put the weights down, pick up lighter weights. Do them till they can't do them anymore, put them down, pick up even lighter weights. And what this does is it puts a lot of blood into the muscle, and that can help to stimulate some muscle growth. We're going to do drop set push-ups today. Now, hopefully you can do some drop set push-ups. If you can't, we can modify the push-up either by reducing your range of motion. You can, if you have a band, you can assist yourself with a band in some ways. But hopefully most of you can do a push-up, and maybe you can even do a weighted push-up. So we're going to try that today. we are going to take your backpack full of books, toss it on your back. We're going to get set up in push-up position and do as many push-ups as we can with the bag on. Okay, I'll demo a few here. Get set up, body nice and tight, elbows try to stay as tight if you can, don't let them flare out wide. And we've got as many push-ups as you can do. Remember, we're looking for full range of motion. Chest and face to the floor. Push till your arms are straight, okay? Full reps. Once you can't do anymore, or your form falls apart significantly, take the bag off, and you're on to regular push-ups. Same thing, until you can no longer do them, or your form falls apart. The final one is going to be push-ups from the knees. Okay, so we're going to drop to our knees, get full range of motion, and do as many push-ups as we can until we fail, until our form falls apart. You're going to do that for 3 sets. Allow yourself full recovery between sets, and here's how you're going to score it. Every rep you do of the weighted push-up counts as 2 points. Every rep you do of regular push-ups counts as 1 point. And every rep you do of kneeling push-up counts for a half point. Your total score is going to be how many points you accumulate during your 3 sets. Don't forget the rest fully in between sets. It's important to let that lactic acid fully get removed from your system before you start again. You don't want to start fatigued. Okay? Hope everybody's having a great week, and I'll see you tomorrow.